A, B or C as your answer to 63335. Text costs £1.50 plus one standard network rate message. You can also enter for free at the website. Entrants must be 18 or over. Entries made after lines close at 5 p.m. on Sunday the 26th of May will not be counted but may still be charged. Good luck.
We got a big guest into the programme today. Hi, Big Ruth.
He's very, very big. He's 7'2" big.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. And he's got a foul mouth on him, really. Here we go.
His name's Jaws. He kills people. How does that grab you? Egyptian builders. Women drivers.
Well, here's to us.
I think that's the only time you saw him speak. That was Jaws, or heard. I said heard him speak.
You said saw him speak.
No.
You did.
Well, anyway, heard him speak. That is Jaws, of course.
She's so dead.
Played by Richard Kiel. It's lovely to see you, Richard.
Nice to be here, Ruth.
Where's your teeth?
Well, yeah, what happened
Well,
to the
they're in a
teeth?
museum here in the UK.
Ah!
Yeah.
See, I thought you would have secured those. I thought you wouldn't leave that film set unless you would have had those.
Well, I signed a bunch of replica sets, and they gave me one for each of my children and each of my grandchildren.
To your family
So that's
parties.
10 sets.
Your teeth in.
Yeah.
And what were those teeth like? How did they make those teeth? Was it ones that fitted over?
They were made out of chrome. They were cast by a dental technician. You could only make one set. They wanted like half a dozen spares in case they got stolen or broken. So every night they went into a safe.
Is it true they made you gag?
They sure did. They went up in the roof of your mouth. If you imagine like chrome, like, swallowing a bumper of a car. And I could only have them in for like 1 or 2 minutes.
So they're painful as well, were they?
They weren't painful, just gagging.
But how did you actually act out a film scene then?
Well, I just got through it, looked a little stoic, and there was the tooth lady with a Tupperware container standing by. And as soon as the director said, cut, print, out they came into the Tupperware.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Look behind you, you've got the London skyline.
That's beautiful,
here
yeah,
you.
the Thames River.
And you'll have recognised so much of that from various Bond films like
Absolutely,
Skyfall,
yeah.
the new one. Do you feel, when you've been in a Bond film, and you've been in 2, do you feel part of a family?
Oh, absolutely. The Bond producers are different. Cubby Broccoli, when I did the 2 films, he was the only executive producer I've ever met that was on the set every single day, supervising, watching everything, making sure it all went right. And he almost like adopted me. We travel all over the world promoting the movies with his wife, and we stay in the same hotel and have wonderful meals. Great guy.
And was it him, he saw you in something and said, I want that guy?
Well, you can
as
hardly
my
miss him,
well,
could
you?
you?
Hardly miss
Well,
him,
it was June Randall, the script coordinator, saw me in the Barbary Coast TV Western series with William Shatner and Doug McClure. And she suggested that when Cubby came to Los Angeles that he interview me.
And were you a baddie in that?
Yeah, the first one
In the Barbary
especially.
Coast, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. Then I turned into a good guy. The director's grandson said, Grandpa, I like Jaws. Why does he have to be a bad guy? I gave him some ideas.
You did give him some ideas, and you made him. I mean, we saw his girlfriend there, and he ended up, well, he befriended.
Helped save Bond.
Helped save Bond. Moonraker, incidentally, often not regarded as people's favourite Bond film, but for me, the theme music, which people never remember, Shirley Bassey singing Moonraker, I think is a powerful song, a really very good.
Well, and it held the box office record for many, many months, all the way to GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And so it was appealed to young and old alike with the space.
Yeah, but you see, I think the problem at the time was a Star Wars had just come out and whatever, and maybe the space effects were just not the way they should have been. The other scenes like this, you being, actually, surprisingly, this doesn't kill you, it has to be said, or distort your teeth, but there you go. Now, the reason you're here this weekend, Bewley Motor Museum. You're down at the National Motor Museum in Bewley, where people can get to meet you and see you.
And 50 Bond cars.
And 50, I've been there.
And the actress that played Jaws' girlfriend.
Yes.
Dolly, Blanche Ravala's going to be there, along with me. And the day before, we're in Portsmouth at the Mountbatten Center doing the Timeless Collector Show.
Do you have a favourite Bond car? I'm just looking at the ones that are there.
Well, the Lotus, of course.
The one that goes underwater.
Yeah, and my oldest son was a little 2-year-old boy who points to the car coming out of the water.
Oh, yes.
And he's now a doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah. And Portsmouth, Caroline Munro, who played the helicopter pilot.
Yes,
and
very
from
glamorous.
the famous Hammer films,
Yes.
Dracula, Christopher Lee. She's going to be there with us too.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And you say a favourite Bond car. Have you got a favourite Bond, a favourite James Bond?
Well, you know, I grew up with Sean Connery, and I loved the early films, Thunderball especially, with all the beautiful ladies in swimsuits, being a virile young man. And then I worked with Roger, who was just a sweetheart of a guy.
He is a gentleman.
A gentleman. And
very funny, isn't
he was very funny, letting me steal scenes, helping me steal scenes, and he didn't care as long as the movie was entertaining and fun. And but I have to say then, to be diplomatic, I kind of like George Lazenby.
I think George Lazenby again is very underrated.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the film.
Apparently, it was a bit of a pain.
Was
in the
one of the
ass
better films
outside the set, and that may have contributed to him not his role not.
Well,
being
you know, George
praised,
had some bad advice.
Yeah.
And people said, "This Bond thing's on its way out. You know, just do the one, and then move on."
Yeah. But he was. I think he was quite good. Now, what about yourself? The thing about you is, now I know you from various programs and films and things. Are you still acting?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you reinvent?
I did the voice of Vladimir in Tangled, Disney's 50th, the biggie.
Oh, well done. How do you, because it must always be a problem that people just talk to you about Jaws, and as an actor, how do you move on from that? I mean, your new role that you're talking about.
Well, you know, I've been very blessed. I did Force 10 from Navarone, The Silver Streak, Mean Machine.
But for your new film, they want you to shave your hair off.
Yeah, I'm doing a film where I play a handicapped guy who lost the use of his legs, trying to save the women and children from the aliens. It's a sci-fi film. And my daughter's killed by the aliens. And they want me to shave my head. They're going to pay me a little extra.
How much little extra? How much?
How much extra?
Yeah.
About 70,000 pounds.
I'd shave it. I'd do it.
Fair enough.
30. I'd do 10, 5. I'd do it.
My wife Diane said, "Here's a shaving cream. Here's a razor."
Where do you go? We gotta go. Okay. Lovely seeing you. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely.
Yeah, and
seeing
Richard,
you,
he said he's going to be at the National Motor Museum down in Bewley this Sunday, the 26th. Have a great time.
Thank you.
Very good time. Thank you very much indeed.
And Stephen Mulhern, he's going to be here after the break. He's got all the gossip ahead of Britain's Got Talent, and we'll see him on that water flume and ask him why he was so scared. See you after this.